What's up? Good morning, guys. How we doing? You know I gotta speed up that 5-minute countdown because we may just have some work to do here on Big Bar 19. Calm down, 19! Stay put. Stay put right about there. I like that. I don't mind that one bit. I think we can stop hunt the relatively short-lived, been there about a half hour, level of the wick low of 12. Bears, calm it down. 30 seconds out. Let's see what we get. What's the range on this bar? I can make sense of it. Let's see. Let's see. Getting a little closer than I would prefer. All right, let's see what we get here. 10 seconds. Copy trader engaged. Got to get a stop limit sell ready. Boom. Place that guy. See if we can get a fill. Boom. And we will. Whoa, bring that guy down. Bring him down. Taking out those stops. Adjust this. Boom. All right. ATR 39. See if the Bears can take that guy through. There you go, Bears. Keep that baby pushing. Hold up. Alright, I've got one account in this group that I don't want in this group, so I'm going to pull him. So we're going to drop down to 90 contracts. You see that? Which means now I got to pull that account. I don't want him in there. Pull him out. Lock it back up. Copy trader re-engaged. Alright, let's see, Bears. See what we can do. So the Bears took out those stops. Let's see if they can actually get the job done here now. Alright, Bears. Fade this baby down through. Let's do it to him. Let's do it to him. ATR sitting 40, 41. All right. Not too bad of a close there out of the bulls on Big Bar 20. So now we'll watch 21, see what we get. All right, Bears. Take that baby down. I would love to not see this turn right back into a train range. Well, we'll see if they can get it done, man. That's the game. What an opening bar today, though, huh? Tremendous. All right, 45 seconds out. Here on 21. Oh, you bears. Bunch of... Alright, here comes the rollover of 21. Yeah, no decision there on 21. Basically a doji bar. Tiny little bull body. So we don't make any decision, at least I don't, and we see what 22 brings. Alright, bears. Time to do what we should have done the first time, baby. Well, at best so far on this trade, we've been, what, 22 points? 21, yeah, 22 points in the money. ATR 38, damn near 40. Alright, what we got? Alright, halfway through 22. See how it closes. That's bringing us right into 20 EMA. Alright. Alright, we just gotta see what 22 does. Oh, you bears. Alright, let's see if the Bulls can take out that wick high of 19, baby. Man! See if they can do it. I'll tell you one thing, man. It ain't over till it's over. We've learned that a couple of times. All right, that's coming right into the 20 EMA. Which means I would not get long there, which means I let it sit. Big old trading range? Goodness. That's all we're getting lately. All right, Bulls, what's up? You got it? That's it! $11,000 loss! Just like that, baby. Out the window. All right, moving on. Let's see what we can get. 3 minutes out here to the close of 23. Man, I gotta tell you, man, it's just a trading range. This week so far, most of the week, we've not seen very good follow through. Which, by the way, you know, for me, for you, do whatever you want. For me, it doesn't make sense to start making off-the-cuff decisions like, oh, I'm just going to do the opposite of a continuation trade because for the last 2 days I've seen this. That doesn't work well. Because usually you end up returning to kind of baseline price action. Lately, though, man, all right, halfway through this bar, 2.5 minutes out. Let's see what we get. All right. Oops, I got to update the trade count. All right, we are 1 minute out here. Goodness, am I going to have to put something on immediately? We might have to, baby. We might just have to. All right, let's see. "18 seconds out. I have to go ahead and get the copy trader engaged. Let's see." All right. Got to get a stop limit buy ready. Man, you got to love it. I love it. Shit. Place that guy there. Beautiful placement. And let's see if the bulls can take it and give us a fill. If they don't, then we may be looking at a soft bear channel, and I do not want to participate. But if they take it, man, I'm happy to have that on. Give that guy about 25 seconds, see if he can give us a fill. 5 seconds. Boom, no fill, no trade, moving on. Oh my God, I gotta sneeze. 1 sec. There we go. All right, 4 minutes out. Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, guys, it's this is the business, dude. This is the job. Like, for example, I had a really, really good October. I had a really, really good November. And this week so far, man, since Monday, it's been like my worst week in like shit, probably 4 months. But, like, you know, some week has got to be the worst week at some point, right? It's part of the game. But also, to be fair, like, we really, at least me, I haven't really caught that many trades. I think I've been averaging 2 a day, 1 to 2 a day in the last, or I guess this week. So it's hard to come to anything, you know, not that there's any kind of conclusion to come to, but take it as it is. Part of it. These times are going to come. But this week, man, not doing so hot. It's all right. Now, we're minute 50 out here from the close of 24. Let's see if we can get a reasonable close out of 24, and then when 25 presents itself, if it's another moderate bear body, then I gotta put it on. Yeah. All right, let's see what we get. 90 seconds. All right, 25 seconds. By the way, if you're also having not so great of a week after a couple of good months, luckily Apex just hit 600 million in payouts. And I know a whole bunch of you are like 1% of that total individually. But if you're having a rough week, They're celebrating with a new deal, baby. It's 60% off with code BIG. You're like 60%. Yeah, but the lifetime activation fee is $6. The 6 theme, 600 million, get it? So $6 PA fees at Apex. So you pay up a little bit for the eval, 60% off. It's still cheap. And then when you pass, it's like, $6. Which is tremendous. And yes, you can still pass in 1 day, which is very good news if you're blowing accounts this week. Straight up. Part of the game. That's right, Derek. All the accounts are same price, off the rip. All right, 4 minutes out here. I gotta tell you, 24 is kind of ugly. But if 25 is clean, I can make sense of that in a soft bear channel. All right, 3 minutes here. If bar 25 here again closes as a nice clean bare body, bulls don't do that. As a nice clean bare body below the wick low of 24, for me that's a no-brainer short using a stop limit sell. I don't even have to think about that. I don't want this wick going too much higher though. All that does is increase the risk I have to put on. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's all relative, right? This is why I'm always so like headstrong on you guys. You got to desensitize yourself young, and it feels weird. It feels almost disrespectful to money in a way to be like, I'm in my 20s or 30s or 40s, which is young, and you're like, I desensitize myself to numbers like, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more seems disrespectful when the average household makes, what's the number now? Like 60,000? 55,000? I forget. Yeah, but the average American household is drowning. They're trying to budget for groceries and they still can't make the math work while sitting in massive credit card debt. Like, that's not what we're after. So you don't want to be like, the average household. If you want better for you and your family, then you got to think differently. It's not disrespectful to money. It's the respectful thing to do for yourself, to desensitize yourself to bigger numbers early. Money it's not real. It's not alive. It's an inanimate object. You should respect yourself and what you do with the money you have earned, but I don't think you should respect the dollar itself. It's fucking numbers on a screen. It's a piece of paper. Who cares? I think you start thinking about it that way and you start putting your respect not in the actual dollar amount, but in yourself and who you have to become to get it. I think that's when things start to kind of change. So desensitize yourself early. If you could lose 100,000 and be like, yeah, damn, all right, let's move on. Isn't that kind of the goal, right? If you lose $200 and you're having to flip out about it, that's a problem if your goal is to make a lot. Better get ready here. I don't think we're gonna get it. All right, 26. See what it brings. Yeah, so the notional turnover, if you just look, it's hard to even like get a real number. I was kind of trying to figure this out, I don't know, a couple months back. Like, what's the actual turnover, the daily turnover in the futures market? How much money actually exchanges hands? The number's really, really big. Like, you read that number, and a lot of people would say, "Oh, that's disgusting. It's a bunch of institutions making little trades while everyone else drowns." It's like, sure, you can look at it that way, or you can say, "This is just the reality. This is the game. How do I get my hands on 0.0001% of that number, which will make you wealthy beyond your wildest imagination?" Just frame it that way. Who cares? But it's crazy. The amount of money that changes hands every day in the futures market is nuts. Huge, huge numbers. 36 is the ATR, by the way. See if the bulls can put something together here. I still think we might just be entering a soft bear channel. Right. Well, let's pop over execution screen, 30 seconds out. Gonna go ahead and get the copy trader engaged. Let's see if 26 can pop lower. Give us a good close beneath the wick low of 24 is what I would need to see. We have 15 seconds to get that done. ATR 37, 8 seconds. I don't know, Bears. We're not gonna do it. All right. Well, let's wait on 27 here, see what we get. All right, Bears. Come on, let's put something together here. See if these Bears can get some kind of job done here. So now that wick low of 20, you know, again, it was set later in the day. It's not a super mature level. It's been there for, what, about 30 minutes? So, you know, it's not the greatest stop hunt in the world. The wick low of 20. But I'm interested. All right, 90 seconds. ATR down to 35 here from about 40. Well, I suppose I better hop over, just in case. "30 seconds. I'd really want to see the Bears kind of, or I guess the Bulls kind of give out. Let the Bears close it a bit lower here. Ideally well beneath the wick low of 24. And then the size of this bear body is so small that I can put that on very easily. Alright, Bears, see if they can get that close. Gotta be beneath the wick low of 24. They're not gonna do it. All right, we wait on 28. See what we get. All right, Bulls. All right, now for me, I can't take the first bar like this. I would need to wait for a second. Oh, that wick high, what is it, 3? Yeah, wick high 3. Now, obviously, if we can get a number of bars lining up, that stop hunt at the high of day, basically the open, would be tremendous, but that's 100 points away. Now, I gotta keep an eye on this. Right? If the bulls could convince me and give us a nice reasonable close above the wick high of 3, it's like, alright, you got me, bulls. Anything less than that, and I just see a big old sideways trading range. They've got to convince me. Two and a half minutes out. Come on, bulls. Well, I suppose then we should pop over to the execution screen, just in case the bulls decide to get cute and close us outside of the wick high of 3. They're looking kind of insecure, aren't they? Let's get rid of all this. Have a nice clear look. And see what they can do. Well, I will get the copy trader engaged just in case we can get a last second pop. I would need it to close, ideally, well above my cursor. I don't think we're going to see that. No dice. Alright! So we go next bar. Alright, hell, hold up. Don't go anywhere. Back in 2 minutes. Let's get this thing moving. All right, welcome back. And basically nothing here, man. Let's see what 31 can do here. Last 10 seconds of the bar, and then we're looking at 32. 32 might be our golden child here. All right, 3 minutes out here from the close of bar 32. Now, I see two cases. I see a big sideways trading range, right? But I also see the potential for kind of a new soft bull channel or bull wedge. So we're halfway through 32. Let's see how it closes up. All right, Bears. See if they can close that a bit lower here. Now, the range on that bar looks big, but the range is really, it's less than 40 points. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the copy trader engaged. If the bears can close that up nice and low. I have got a rollover limit buy for the bulls. Bears, take that baby lower. Take it lower! Oh, insecure. All right, let's watch 33. Yeah, stealth, you can do... they let you have... Well, for example, if you're using Ninja Trader, you can have multiple Trade Evade connections, but you can only have one Rhythmic connection attached at once. Like, you can have multiple, but you can't do it at the same time. So what I do is I have my Apex connection as Rhythmic, just because that's what I picked early on. And then the rest of them, for me, I use Trade Evade, including Take Profit Trader. Or you can go all Trade Evade, but you cannot go all Rhythmic if you want to copy trade them at once. All right, Bulls, Bears. Somebody, let's go. It's our 32. All right, 60 seconds. Nico, if there's clear context and a clear range or channel, does it fit Ram to trade inside of them, buying near low or shorting near high? Well, effectively, yes. There's a little nuance, of course. I would much rather take trades in something that I can argue is a soft bull channel, buying bear closes in the lower third, risking the previous bounce wick low, or in a soft bear channel, selling bull closes in the upper third, risking the wick high of the previous rejection if the reward to risk makes logical sense. Meaning not like, 1 to 6. 1 to 3. I'm looking to get it as close to like 1 to 1 or better as I can. Depends on the setup, of course. But yeah, in straight up sideways trading ranges, that's where you're going to see me take the least amount of trades. Though I may. But on average, yeah, a sideways trading range, especially a single bar sideways trading range, is the hardest spot to find edge as far as price action. So naturally, that's where I'll take the least amount of trades. Now, we're not really in that right now. If this continues for another few bars, then we might call it that. But we're 90 seconds out here from the close of 35. And I am currently looking, again, I want to see if this becomes a thing. Kind of a soft bull channel, soft bull wedge. Of course, the risk here is that this whole thing just retains, or I guess stays put as a big trading range. But there's always multiple looks on any trade. There has to be, of course. All right, 60 seconds. Let's see how we close. It's kind of a strong sequence. We got 10 seconds. I'm going to wait for 36 and see what we get on that. Because I'd rather have the opportunity to stop hunt the wick low of 20. Let's see if 36 can get down. Do you recommend keeping lots of cushion in your funded accounts to protect you from rough weeks? Listen, my thoughts on this have never really changed. If you end up with cushion kind of by default, just because you're trading well and you're waiting for your 8 trading days, let's say at Apex, to take payouts, totally cool. You can't take it out anyway. What I think is kind of crazy, at least if your goal here is you're not making a full-time income from trading and you would like to be, I think that that's silly to leave your money in the hands of a company when you could have it. What a lot of people do that I see, not a lot, but a few, is they're really, really shooting for like the payout record. Or they're shooting for, you know, $1 million plus payout. And the way that that ends up looking is a lot of times they end up trading really, really big, blowing tons of accounts. Tons. It's healthy to blow accounts like sometimes. Like you have a few sets a year. But if you're blowing accounts like every other day, something's up. You're trading too big. And that's what you have to do if your goal is to take massive payouts. And then what ends up happening is they have, you know, $1.2 million in payouts that they could technically take, but they're like, I'm only halfway to the record or whatever the record is. I have no idea. And they keep sizing up and then they blow it all in one day. And that is like losing $1 million of your money because you could have taken it as a payout. So I'm not really interested in intentionally leaving big, massive buffers. I would rather take the money when I can. And if there's a buffer, just because that's how it ends up, because you're trading well and you end up building a buffer between payouts, kind of like accidentally, but you know, it's a good thing. Totally cool. But doing it intentionally and not taking payouts just so that you can leave the buffer in, I think is stupid. All right, 36. Well, let's take a peek over here. 20 seconds out. There's what you got! Apparently nothing! Big old doji close. All right, 37. On to you. There you go, Bears. All right, 3 minutes. All right, 2 minutes here. Small big 37. All right, let's pop on over. See if the Bears can grow some backbone here and close it up clean. Let's close down on that wick. All right, 20 seconds. Got to get the copy trader engaged just in case the Bears decide to not be so ugly. Bears! Are you kidding me? ATR 29. Whole bunch of nothing on 37. Goodness. All right, 38. Any of you guys in a trade right now? What's up? What's our positions right now? Give me direction and price. Because goodness, man, this is something else. What's up, flat? You guys are a bunch of boring rule followers. Where's the gamblers? Where are the gamblers at? I gotta start just gambling on stream, man. Come on, 38. Don't make me do it. Yeah, Tatted. The only reason that I even use the platform for the tomb is because it works for everybody. And it's the most convenient way for everybody to use it. Why build my own app when Discord already works really well? The reason why paid trading Discords have such a bad name is because they all fucking suck. Because most of what people sell is like alerts, and alerts don't work because they're too slow. For scalping especially, they're too slow. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm done. I'm done with this. It's the tomb is, it's an education community. It's not, we don't do like alerts and a bunch of fucking bullshit that doesn't make any money. So I know everyone's like, oh, ours is different. Yeah, well, I actually fucking mean it, because it is. All right, 39. Let's see what you get. All right, ATR now 27. All right, let's not have a fourth doji in a row. Come on, 30. So this is that time, I don't want to say time of day because this doesn't happen every day, but this right here from bar 36 to the current bar, this is the kind of thing where a lot of beginner traders, myself included early, are like, oh, I should trade now because it's the slowest, it's the safest, I'm the least scared to trade. Yeah, well, this exactly right now is the hardest time to find edge. The market's not even doing anything. It's 3 dojis back to back. A 6-point body looks big. You know, so we got to let this thing pick a direction and go, dude. All right, let's see big bar 40. Nico, so you go to lunch. What time do you come back to trade the afternoon? It totally depends on the day. It totally depends. I became a trader so that I can do whatever I want. That was the goal. So if I'm like, I don't know, dude. I want to go work out for fucking 2 hours. I'll just go do that if I'm not in the mood. But if it's a big trend day, I might go out, talk to my wife for a little while, come in, eat lunch at my desk. But a lot of times I'll go out, maybe we'll go somewhere, or I'll just eat here. Sit out there for like, I don't know, an hour. We'll just talk, and then I'll come back. I'll be like, all right, time to go back in, see what's up. And if the market's doing nothing, then I just do other things. But if there's stuff there, I'll sit and kind of relax and take stuff that's there, do some other stuff on the side. I like trading the afternoon because it's just kind of like me time to just do what I want, I sit here in silence or something quiet in the background, and if it trades there, I put it on. I manage bar by bar. It's nice and slow. There's no time where I'm like, gotta be back at this time. I don't want to live like that. Not interested. But if it's a trend day, you bet your ass I'm sitting here. All right, back in 2 minutes. Welcome back. Man, all these missed opportunities while I'm gone, huh? This is crazy. Well, let's take a look. There you go. There's a 1 second bar. Oh my god. What's up? Can you make money on that? That is ridiculous. Let's check out a 2-minute chart. Looks like a 5-minute chart. All right, back to the 5. It's enough for one day. All right, bar 42, what do you got in store? Well, I'll tell you guys what. Do we do a giveaway? Let's do one giveaway. Let's give away an Apex account. We gotta save more for tomorrow, huh? For Pharaoh Friday. All right, now remember, if you lose, if you do not win the giveaway here, Apex currently with code BIG is 60% off, single day pass, and $6 activation fees. All right. So, oh, also all the accounts same price. You can use code BIG, B-I-G. Obviously, if you have a pretty, strong probability that you're going to pass the evals, now's probably your time to stock because the activation fees are so cheap to celebrate. They hit 600 million in total payouts. So there is a theme of 6 here, obviously. $6 PA fees. So what we're going to give away here is a code that makes any size Apex eval free. All right. So let's do it. Here's what we will do today. You will have 30 seconds only. Unlimited entries here in the YouTube chat. There is no ego around here. What's your P&L for the day? Ready? Unlimited entries, 30 seconds. What is your P&L for the day? Go. 15 seconds. That's it. Cut it. Cut it. All right. Ready? Here we go. Captain Algo, minus 300 bucks. But guess what? You're a big old winner here today. Captain, are you here? I need a yes in the chat. Captain is here. Hey, Captain, join the free Discord if you're not already in there. Link in the description. Go to the daily discussion channel and say, what's up? It's Captain. Proper protocol. Give me my shit. Then I will add you as a friend and deliver your free Apex account. All right, here is someone claiming to be Captain. We're going to find out. All right, I sent you a friend request. Go ahead and accept that. Captain, I'm sending you a number. Type it back to me exactly as is in the YouTube chat. $2837. Big Dog Captain has been delivered. Good work. Alright guys, hey, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, we got big Pharaoh Friday tomorrow morning. Since bar 36, this market has been a big old snooze, so it's time to hit lunch. Maybe it'll clean up a little later today, man, we'll see. We'll see, but I will see all you guys tomorrow morning. Alright guys, hey, subscribe to the channel. Pharaoh Friday, more giveaways here tomorrow to celebrate the end of the week. Let's see if the market can clean up for us. All right, guys, hang in there. Keep your head up, big dogs. It'll clean up. We'll be back bigger than ever. See you guys soon.